Hey man, I contacted you a while ago and I started shooting sports photography and was wondering how I can turn this hobby into a business. This message hit me because I remember when I was first getting started out with sports videography and photography, I would DM all my favorite sports creators asking this very question. I live in Las Vegas and I have relations with the college UNLV team, but I don't know how to reach out to them, and if I reached out to them, I don't know how I could make a profit from shooting some of their sports events. Today, I'm breaking down how to turn your sports videography / photography passion into a business. I'm gonna break it down and share what I've learned over the past 3 years that have helped me become a, I could say, successful sports videographer. I filmed events like the McDonald's All-American, an Oregon vs. Illinois football game, and many other cool basketball and football events. So I thought I'd read my response first in case you guys have a really short attention span, and then I'm gonna break down exactly what I mean by each thing that I said. For sure, bro, this question is great. It actually inspired me to make a YouTube video, which I'm making right now. I'll film it and post it later today. It was such a good question that I just couldn't wait to get to it. For now, the best way to get into contact with UNLV or any college team is by start posting more of your work, improve your Instagram page aesthetic, follow the players, then email the head of media by finding them on their website. I then followed that by saying getting paid is the hardest part when working for college teams. They like to have people as interns, but rarely pay unless you're the best in the industry. If you're looking for money, I highly recommend high school sports and charging players individually for packages. So let's get into the first part of this DM, and that's where I say start posting your work. You're doing yourself the biggest disjustice by not just posting your work. I mean, you probably have so much good stuff that the world has not seen yet, and if you're just keeping it in Lightroom with my presets applied to them, they're probably not gonna go anywhere. That's something that I've also struggled with too. I'm probably not the best person to be talking on this, but I know posting on TikTok and Instagram are bound to improve your views and publicity and get your work out there so more college teams can see it. Next, I said you need to start improving your Instagram page aesthetic. Nowadays, I think a lot of creators treat Instagram like it's just some dump for them to post all their work, which is cool. Once you start actually posting your work, that's the best first step that you could do. To refine it and make it a little bit better is where you fix the aesthetic. If you want to go check out my Instagram page and really what I mean, you can go down in the description below where you could find @Pick6Production or my personal page @ottoarney. Like, you don't want to make your Instagram page look super messy and hard to find all the information that you want your clients to find and know. For example, the little highlight icons, I have my own specific images that I use in there, or you could put text and try to make everything as organized and searchable as possible. This also helps when you're looking to follow players of certain teams. They aren't gonna follow an account with 300 followers and a super messy Instagram page. They're gonna follow somebody that looks legit and has their work displayed super nicely. Then after all this, after you start creating and posting work, refining your aesthetic, following the players, then you could start emailing the head of media on their website, which I'm gonna talk a little bit more about right now. So how I got my Oregon opportunity was by finding the head of media at the University of Oregon and their athletics department, and then finding their email on the page. With this, you need to send a super nice email and reach out. I had a reason because I'm actually attending the University of Oregon, but wherever you plan to go, or if you have a specific reason attached to it, I would definitely include that. Getting a job in college sports seems super fun to me, but I know there's a little bit of hesitant when you first get started. This is all because getting paid is the hardest part of working in sports in general. A lot of sports teams like to have interns a part of their video team to get experience. And yes, this is super nice. I worked for Sac State as an intern, and then I'm hopefully gonna apply to become an intern at the University of Oregon this next year. You get a lot of good experience working with the players and all that, and especially while you're a college student, this could be something really fun to do on the side. But if you're looking to get paid through this is kind of where there's a little bit of hesitancy and a little bit of feedback when you're first getting started. Unless you're the best in the industry, in the whole wide video industry, working for a college team and getting paid as an intern, the odds of that are super low. A lot of them have the mentality that if you don't do it for free, they can easily hire somebody else who's willing to do the same work that you do for free. And I know this may seem disheartening, but I guess it's sort of the truth. We all have our individual strengths, but overall somebody would be willing to take your position for free even if you aren't. I started working in sports in high school during my sophomore year, where I started filming athletes at my local high school, and then eventually worked my way up to start, selling t-shirts and presets, which I have down in the description below. So overall, it's not a super easy process of working in sports. It's really not. I mean, it is easy to get a camera and go out and start filming athletes at your local high school, but to actually start making money is the tough part. That's where I highly recommend shooting high school sports. If you're in high school right now, now is the best time to start because you have the biggest community to be there to support you and want to use your business. For example, start making $150 photo packages. I started out doing $80, and for me that was not really worth it, and I had a lot of grudge to go to like 40 minutes away to a football game. Why would I do that all just to make 80 bucks after a couple hours? So charge what you think you're worth and make sure that you're actually getting the value out of each experience that you acquire. So if this video helped you, please do me a huge favor and comment down below which tip was your favorite and what you're doing right now, or comment your Instagram and I'll make sure to follow you guys back. With that all being said, I'll make sure to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.